Hello guys, TP here. Um, Now you might see this happy opening turn into what I think this video is, a big, gigantic rant. Now, when am I supposed to start? Okay, so if you're one of the people that don't know what's been going on in my normal life, well, I don't know what I don't want to tell what has been exactly what about my life, but I will tell you what has happened for the past 2 years, or maybe 3 per se. So this is where the story begins. Here we go. So I was transferring to a new school for grade 7. And I made a few friends there. And currently now I have lots. But there was one major flaw. The classes were boring. Yes, yeah, I get it. I get it. Almost every class is boring. But not all classes are boring. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. There was always, every school has its flaws. But one in particular are the bullies at your school. Now, I don't think. Now, I think almost everybody has a bully of someone. I don't know, but like whether they're an aggressive bully, a mental bully, like a bully that tells you you'll never be good at anything. No. Now this is where my story comes in. Now they're not technically bullies, but I just wanted to tell this just to get my anger out. So this has started like 3 years ago when I started junior high. I The school was actually pretty welcoming, and I loved every second of it, mostly. When I was only 12 years old back then, and I told my friends about my YouTube channel. Not this one, my other one, which is Duncan Productions, which I currently don't run anymore. I only currently do that for a streaming channel, but if, I hope you guys will understand that I'm not I'm not the bravest person when it comes to knowing about my channel. Like nowadays whenever someone tells about my channel, I just get really nervous and run away, and I just want to run away so bad. I mean, just because I loved a train show, and I felt like sometimes they think trains are a gimmicky thing, but that's not the case. They love the channel. And yes, that's a good thing. But the bad thing about it was that they keep mentioning it. And I don't like that. And I don't like it when their friends are being told. But if they tell a friend who is understanding, then that's fine. I don't mind, as long as they don't comment on the channel, especially when they comment my name, because that only happened twice. That only happened like twice, maybe 3 times, that my name has been revealed. But I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, um, I'm as soon as the video goes further, I'm starting to get more pissed. Anyways, so I told my I told my new friends about this, and all they kept doing was just mentioning it and watching those videos and literally turning the screen around with my own eyes that I could see them. And I was like, please stop, 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 please. But yet they didn't listen. Well, not all my friends did this. I mean, they're allowed to love and hate whatever they want. But, in fact, I'm talking about my IRL friends, if you know what I mean. But, that didn't end there. It kept going on all year, only for grade 7. And then the next year, it didn't happen that, it wasn't that chunky of a mention, but it was usually at the end of the year that it was mentioned. Almost every time. It was a torturous journey. Every day. Almost every day. I couldn't even take any second of it. I couldn't even take a second of it. Every second of it felt like a nightmare. I mean, not every day this happens, but it happens on most school days. Well, this didn't from kindergarten to like grade 6. Um, it was a real. It didn't even happen. It didn't even happen. That's because I didn't have a channel back then, and I didn't even know how to run one. But now I do, and it's been 3 years at this point. But grade 7, it didn't end there. The next year came, and it was good. It was good for the most part. It was okay for the most part. But at the end of the year, it was really bad. And currently, he has been my bully to this day. Well, not technically a bully per se, but I just consider him that. Of course, almost every person has a bully. And no, it's not because they thought Thomas was a gimmicky train show. They actually watched it and they liked it. And I don't mind them liking Thomas. I'm not saying they have to get out of Thomas. I mean, they can watch Thomas, they can like Thomas, they can hate Thomas, whatever the heck they want. But I don't like it when they mention Thomas. Like if they're not going to listen to whatever whatever rules I say. I just I just get really really embarrassed by the fact that they're literally showing my channel to what feels like the public. And what I mean by the public is the school. Well, not the entire school. And I've had another person that I haven't seen for a while do that last year. But he doesn't really do that often and often. But for this other person, it's worse. It just gets worse and worse. Like last year, he he just my other friend told him about it, and he kept constantly mentioning and watching it nonstop ever since. But that's because he was in my class back then. And this year he's not. And this year he was not. Thankfully. But I hope next year he is not. Ever if I have to see him in my class, I will just run out for a few seconds. Not even looking inside of who is even there. Because next year is going to be really different. I'm at the end of my junior high era now, and I'm getting into actual high school stuff. And to be honest, I'm on a mixed bag. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that I'm worried that that same person, which is my bully now, that I've been constantly mentioning about mentioning and watching my channel, I mean, I'm not saying he's not allowed to watch the channel overall. He can watch it at home. But I don't like that he keeps mentioning about it or watching it at school. And what's worse is that he might record those videos so that if I delete them, he can still watch them from his like cameras that he took. And it's torturous. It's torturous. And I hated it. But okay. That did not stop there. For grade 9, I finally spoke up to my English teacher about this. And thank God, my English teacher understood about this problem. And like right now, I'm just seriously pissed that he's actually doing this to me. I mean, I'm not stopping the channel. No, the reason I love Thomas is because of its characters, its development, and all the entertaining stories that it gives out. That's what I loved about Thomas the Tank Engine. But what they call it is Thomas the Train. They call it Thomas the Train, but I like to call it Thomas the Tank Engine. Because he's a tank engine, not a train. Yeah, they're technically trains, but he is technically the blue tank engine with a face we've all known and love. Like, we have come to know Thomas the Tank Engine for many, many generations now. Like, it's been about 40 years that the show has been out. And it's been almost 80 years. Uh it's been like 79 years since the first book of the Railway series came out by the Reverend Wilbur Awdry. And I gotta thank him for creating Thomas, because without Thomas, I would never have created these two channels. In fact, I have other channels that I don't really use. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. I just wanted to explain why I love Thomas in the first place. But anyways, in grade 9, like, everything was going normal. I was just talking to my friends and, all that stuff that every teenager does nowadays. And yet, at the end of the year, he kept going on about it again. Like, he wasn't in my class, thank goodness. But if I was very, very close to him, and if I were in his class, I would just feel like storming out. Because I'd be like, nope, 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 nope. I am not going in that classroom. I hope my friends online can understand this. Because I just can't deal with this anymore. Like currently, I just can't stop thinking about it. And it seems I can't even ignore it either. Yeah, see what I told you about, like, the beginning going from a normal happy beginning to now being such a piss rant. Ugh. But I just don't want to end off my anger. I swear to God, I can't deal with this anymore. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just can't deal with this anymore. I just can't. He keeps mentioning my channel, and it's very, very, very torturous. And I don't want to deal with every second of it. And I'm done. I'm done. Like, I know they can't respond to this channel because they don't know about it, but I'm just trying to relieve my anger. Like like I always feel a lot of emotions, like sadness and fear whenever my channel is being talked about in public at school, because it feel like last year it feels like every day I'm being tortured by by a kid who doesn't even respect my space, because like as I looked in like one of the autistic uh lists, some people like to prefer to be alone. And to be honest, this is one of the cases, because my channels are for personal use, not for big fame. Not for like being entirely famous. I mean, yeah, they could be famous, but I don't like it when a like a my channel is being mentioned to others, because, well, they could tell straight to my face about it, and I haven't even seen them watch Thomas. Like, I know they know about it, but I just haven't seen them watch it. And to be honest, it just gets worse and worse every year. And I hate it. I hate it. And the fact that I'm going to take 2 trips to Toronto this year is very refreshing. It's going to be a breath of fresh air, and it'll try to help me calm down. And right now, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Like, sometimes I always just walk around my room, my very giant wide room, uh thinking about that same kid that has been doing this to me for the past 2 years, and I can't help it. I just can't. I can't. And with the recent uh Thomas ranking episode video, I mean, I tried to give a valid opinion. Anyways, I'll just get off that topic right now. But currently, I just can't stop thinking about it. It has been a very torturous year, and I hate it. I hated it so much. So much to the fact that I don't even want to go to my own school anymore. And sometimes I feel like leaving Thomas. I feel like leaving Thomas. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here because my parents are home. But uh I'll I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I hope you understand my difficulties. And this is basically how my diagnosis is basically, yeah, but uh, I just wanted to get my anger out. Anyways, um I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is TP signing off.